Greetings, folks, and welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Coco Smooth, the casual collector and accessory 304. And in this segment of 1/12 scale military action figures takes, I am showcasing Collectable Carnage's 3D printed accessories. This person has, or this team, this company, I don't know how to say it, has a store on Etsy and on eBay. And it was a combination of both in which I purchased these things. Some things I could find on eBay, others I found only on Etsy. And as you can see, I got really heavy on machine guns. So let us first start off with this piece right here. Real nice. Oh gosh, there you go. It's got the bipod folded up. I like it. The magazine in place. This thing is fit to scale ratio with everything. I'll have the description of what it is below. This I accidentally got two of. Another kind of like saw. I have a thing for saws. Squad automatic weapons. You'll see. Yeah. I think this might be an M249, but we'll see. I'm thinking this is 1-2, but we will see. This one I picked with the sole intention of in case I had a UK fighter, because this looks like something that people, soldiers in the UK would be using. So I was like, yeah, this is their kind of machine gun, I think. I don't know anyone in the US that uses something like this. Next, this one has a little bit more of obnoxious situation going on. They both have handles, extra handles, but the ammo container that it's attached to is definitely bigger on this one than this one. I had a hard time choosing between the two, so I just figured, okay, well, let's do both. Do compare and contrast in the video, as you can see. So originally, I purchased this cyber body armor kit to put on this naked Action Force fig. The problem is it will not really fit. That's the problem. It'll fit the GI Joes, but it's I've learned that anytime they're selling something in Etsy, this is most likely GI Joe and not going to be fitting for Valaverse. While it looks great in the front, we can't close. It's just see the tabs here. Hang on, you guys can see the tabs. See those tabs sticking out for this? Yeah, it just won't fit, guys. I really hope that one day that these Collectable Carnage guys make one that's ratio fit, designed specifically to fit the Valaverse stuff. Because man, I think this would have looked really sweet if it fit. Hang on, let me show you guys what it would look like with his head on and everything. You know what I'm saying? I think that this would have looked good. But yeah, the figure is just too big, or this accessory just too small for the Valaverse, basic fig buck, So yeah, tragic, because this guy's going to be naked for a minute, because I just don't have, unless you're just willing to not display him. You could walk around like this but I'd be lying to you. It'd be like a lie, because this thing just doesn't fit. You know what I mean? So and I'd have a hard time trying to sell you guys on this. And I do photos, and then you guys will be like, "Oh man, I want to get this. I want to see it." No, it won't fit, guys. And if you're okay with just looking like this and not having to, then cool. But I'm not that. I want to make sure that it functions as intended. Now, if they just made the tabs go down here, shoot, maybe it could fit this, But yeah, as you can see, it don't. Right. So that's what's up with that. But this will fit that kind of. It requires a lot of. It's kind of what I get when the Vandalverse trying to plug stuff in. This is stiff, but yeah, just it comes with a little bit of degree of the difficulty. I was able to put this on that at one point, but it was hard. Okay, and since this is a throwback Snake Eyes, this was not intended for him. It was again, it was intended for this. If I was going to put any accessory on Snake Eyes, it was going to be this harness right here, which is also a Collectable Carnage piece that they did, and this fits. I think this looks a whole lot better than his initial accessory, which is the standard one that's already on Stalker and on just Stalker. But yeah, I don't know. It looks good on him. This looks good on him too. But I figured, yeah, let's spice up his life, and I'd use it for this if I had to. Originally, this was intended for this too, in case I wanted to try to do a throwback Snake Eyes look. But yeah, unfortunately, this too is just the body is just too thick for this LBV. So you're not gonna get the sucker to fit on here without like really without it falling out all the time. This I don't have to worry about falling out all the time because it was intended for this measurements of the GI Joe classified stuff. So yeah, that's why it's like this. You see the tab, it tabs well, but I'm not gonna lie, it took a while to get it to tab properly. Yeah, I had to do yeah, that I had to it took 15 minutes plus of me just massaging the situation to get it to finally work. But when it does, it's cool. Yeah. So that's what he has. An accessory I bought for our boy Nunchuk here is the kunai throwing dagger holder for the leg. I thought that this was sweet, and it came with 3 kunais that you could take out, and I figured that, heck, his legs are pretty bare. Let's get him some kunai. You could put one here and one here. I'm ordering another set, but it won't be from Collectable Carnage. He's another guy who's doing it with black kunai, and we're going to do a video on that, compare and contrast. So yeah, so I like it. Looks good. It's a good look, and it fits well. I love this thing. Makes Nunchuk look hella better, in my opinion. And let's see. Last but not least, well, this won't be the last. I picked this up strictly because of throwback reasons. You guys can see this is Beachhead's, the original Beachhead style of weapon now. I gotta admit, what I saw in my head versus what it is in real life put together didn't turn out the way I ultimately wanted it to. I wanted the throwback weapon, but it's a little too throwback. I wish they had, made a little bit of changes to make it a little bit more modern. I'm not saying that the design's perfect if they were going to do a 6 scale of the OG style Beachhead, but with all the detail that they got, yeah, this might be a little too simplistic. And look, it's just so blocky. And even the barrel looks a little embarrassingly simple, too simple for its own good, But I can't flaw. I'm not mad at them for doing this because this is for the ultimate throwback look, right? I mean, they did exactly what it would look like if this was an original O-ring style weapon that Beachhead has. I forgot what it's called, but it'll be in the description below. I'm good at that. And yeah, as you can see, it's just while it fits, it's a little too old school. It almost looks like it looks like he's holding a fake weapon instead of a real one. That's the problem. I wish that they designed it to be a little bit closer to something like here. But again, it's not the Collectable Carnage's fault for this because they stayed true to the old school look, which is cool. Just now that you're looking back, this doesn't make sense. This needs to be rounder. barrel needs to be a little, I would say, closer to. They could have done something to make it look more thing, but again, it's hard to make a decision on the aesthetics when you're trying to go old school. So I can't blame them. This is just something that I envisioned, and then when the reality came in, it didn't look as good as I thought it would. So, but it is, to Beachhead's accessory. Just, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you go from this to that. You really can't. You're forced to go here. You can't go back to this, even though this is the accurate, super toy accurate, 80s toy accurate version of his weapon from color and everything, right? So yeah. Um, this I had a problem with because while the gun itself looks great, the tripod or bipod, sorry, is just a little too high. A little too high. Maybe should have been split apart a little bit more, but yeah, this it's a little too tall. But either way, I mean, if this could be had a folding option or whatever, I think it would look like a pretty sexy piece right here. But it is what it is. But yeah, let's make. I'm gonna make Beachhead my model for showing off these Macine guns, right? So you guys could be the judge for yourselves. Yeah, kind of obnoxiously huge, but still within tolerance, if you ask me, of congruency. Not my most favorite. This, I think, kind of cool. Only real issue with this, but no one would really notice unless you put it next to other things, how big the gosh dang thing is. But look, it's a pretty good look. He looked like he was about to do some damage. You know what I'm saying? All right, next. Remember how I told y'all I imagined more to this weapon being more of the British sort, somebody that European soldiers would most likely use. See, because this doesn't look. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is something America did use, but maybe it's a throwback that I just forgot. I don't know. But I just don't see him vibing with this weapon because of my, I don't know, bias towards stuff. I think this looks more like something that would have been used in Europe. And again, I could be absolutely wrong. You guys tell me in the comments if this was something that was used by the US standard issue. It looks great. I just don't imagine this being, really used by US forces. Okay. This one with a smaller ammo, but with a bipod and folded out, which is kind of cool. I like this. This is a really clean look, making Beachhead look more of a modern warfare kind of. When I say modern, I mean like modern warfare of the earlier 2000s, earlier to mid 2010s. Because obviously these days they're using the M250 instead of this. No more M249s, or it'd still be a saw, but it would just be not be a 249. And this is the one I accidentally bought two of. I think it's cool. Belt, the ammo thing is on the side. Yeah, this was a fun one to rock too. This looks more like a M60 to me. Looks more like a pig than than a 240 Bravo or whatever. I could be wrong with it and what it is. The description will be in again below, so you'll know. But overall, I mean, yeah, this is the same exact weapon, folks. So if you guys wondering what's in the background, it's the same one I actually bought twice. But to me, it's good because in case I need more machine gunners out there. But yeah, as you guys can see, I'm just I was very machine gun, between the and the machine gun being my dream. Gosh damn weapons I was thinking about, just obsessed about. I think I've finally got my fix. I won't be too machine gun heavy. I lied. There's going to be 2 more machine guns coming your way to see, and it'll be by Arsenal of Pew Pews. You'll see pretty soon. It'll be cool. But yeah. So yeah. Well, I don't know. Let me know which ones you thought was the best, guys. Which of these machine guns appeals to you the most, if any? You know, personally, I'm gonna go with this because the bipod. Yeah, I think this one's the biggest winner. I should, you know, get these painted so you guys could see. But yeah, I'm about it. I think that this is a really cool one. I like it, very accurate. This is something. The detail level of this thing is definitely something that I could use on the Valaverse stuff because of how detailed the Valaverse stuff is. The only difference is while the detail is great, there's no paint, so it makes the Valaverse one look more expensive. Well, it looks more, you know what I mean, because the Valaverse got really good paint jobs on their stuff. This needs, I'd have to manually paint these things myself to get it to look on par with the Valaverse weapon stuff. So yeah. All right, folks. Well, I all this is all I got for this segment of 1/12 scale military action figure takes, the Collectable Carnage 3D weapons print and accessories print. I am your host, Coco Smooth, and until the next video, folks. Ciao.